My name is David Jaffe. Welcome to the Wealth and Health Podcast, where you'll learn valuable skills and positive habits that will improve your life. This podcast originally aired as a video on my YouTube channel at youtube.com/beststockstrategy. The Wealth and Health Podcast is brought to you by beststockstrategy.com. Stockmo. Is Stockmo legitimate, or is he another fake guru? So you might actually be a little bit surprised about my opinion. I actually think that Stockmo gets too much hate relative to other finance YouTubers and finance influencers. When you look at how many videos have been made about Stockmo, I think that relative to the amount of views that he gets on his channel and relative to the total amount of influence that he has, I think that it's a little bit overboard, especially because I can name around 10 or 15 people on YouTube off the top of my head who are way worse than Stockmo. But in judging any channel, I really think it's important to look at the motivations of the person behind it, because we all know that trading is risky and there's never going to be a perfect strategy. So it really comes down to whether the instructor is misrepresenting something, or whether they're front-running their followers, or whether they're deceiving their followers intentionally. And in the case of Stockmo, he has a very similar redemption-type story to many of the other fake gurus, where Mo was a financial advisor, and then his wife got cancer around 2019. He said that he used to only care about money, but after seeing how kind people were, people helped him with his children when his wife was sick, he completely changed, and now he's on a mission to give back. So in many respects, his story is comparable to Felix Pren, who claimed that he worked as an investment banker and his banker buddies were making 100% every single year. In Felix's words, that was their normal. And Felix thought that this was incredibly unfair, and he wanted to give back, and he wants to make 1 million people financially free. And it's also similar to Invest with Henry, who grew up poor, and he also claimed that he had an unhealthy addiction to making money. To be fair to Henry, even though I'm almost 100% sure that he's completely lied about a lot of his work experience at Goldman Sachs, I think that Henry's intentions, and much more importantly, his trading strategy, is significantly better than both Stockmo and Felix Pren. But back to Stockmo, in consuming about 2 hours of his videos, he really pushes his Patreon and Discord channel continuously. He also calls his viewers family multiple times in a video, which to me just seems really disingenuous. It's comparable to Felix Pren using animals in order to manipulate his audience so that they trust him more. Stockmo also has a history of penny stock trading and pushing shit coins like Shiba Inu. He pushes NEO and other garbage stocks. But I also think it's important to give him credit, because it seems that over time, he's become less of a degenerate gambler, which is definitely good, because he's probably in his late 50s or early 60s. Even if he's making a lot of money in his memberships, you still don't want to be a degenerate gambler and flush your money down the toilet at 60 years of age. So I definitely want to give him credit for steering his channel more towards practical and useful information and away from shitcoins and penny stocks. In one of Scott Schaefer's videos, he called him a scammer grandpa and he labeled him among the worst. I disagree. I think that that's a little bit unfair. If someone like Felix Pren is at the top and someone like Terry Ijeoma is a little bit below Felix Pren for king of the top scammer mountain, then I think that someone like Stockmo is on the same level as someone like Zip Trader. So those are my thoughts. You're welcome to roast me in the comments if you think that I've been too kind to this guy. But I do think it's important to set expectations. And relative to the 10 or 15 other people that I can name off the top of my head who are way worse than this guy, I think that even though this guy gives worthless advice and has hurt a lot of people, I think that he's been vilified more relative to the amount of harm that he's caused, whereas there are others who have much worse intentions and who completely deceive and misrepresent and steal from their audience. And in that respect, I definitely don't believe that Stockmo is amongst the worst YouTube finance channels. Let me know your thoughts below, even if you disagree with me, and I appreciate your attention. Visit beststockstrategy.com and submit your email address to receive valuable free training. Please give this podcast a positive rating and a review. If you have any questions, visit beststockstrategy.com and send me a message.